when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
This is Jonas Fabian with Langston Sports. The Langston Lady Lions played their first home game against the USA Lady Drovers. The game was a close and back-and-forth matchup that ended in going into overtime after a clutch three-pointer from the Lady Drovers. Unfortunately, overtime went into the favor of the Lady Drovers as they won 97-93 over the Lady Lions. The points leaders for the Lady Lions were senior Ashika Alexander with 25 points and forward Talia Edwards with 24 points. The Langston Lions men's team began their season against the USA Drovers. The game began as a close matchup as the Lions only trailed the Drovers by 3 at the half. The second half was a whole new ball game as the Drovers maintained the driver's seat and grabbed an 85-64 win over the Lions. The points leaders for the Lions were Tamarcus Butler with 20 points and Alahim Clark with 14 points.
It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show. It is the recognition of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and we are most honored and blessed to be able to be in a land that allows us to express ourselves and celebrate great men such as Martin Luther the King Jr. Yes, I said the King. Anybody that ever watched Coming to America, you appreciate that right there. Of course, it is our mission to come to you each and every day with news that you can use. Today would be no exception to the rule. We want to thank our sponsors on today for joining in with us: Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Temple Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill, Prairie View Athletic Club, Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Diva Skin Conditioner, and Helping Hands Lawn Service. And without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. We had a very good show on last night. It was the Grambling State Tiger versus Prairie View weekend, so we threw in a mix of Dante Jackson, head basketball coach of the Grambling State Tigers. Of course, we heard from Byron Smith, head basketball coach of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. And we also heard from State Fair Classic promoter Al Wash. Great show, great information. Definitely want to go back and check those things out. Well, a huge weekend that has taken place in the NFL. The AFC and the NFC championships are all set. In the AFC, Kansas City will be hosting Buffalo. The big question is, will Patrick Mahomes be able to go in that game? He went out on concussion protocol. That yet remains to be seen. In the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady, pull off what some would consider the upset. Others said it's hard to beat a team 3 times in 1 year. Whatever the case may be, Tampa Bay were the last standing in their epic battle between what now appears to be the last game of Drew Brees in a New Orleans Saints uniform. They'll be going up against the Green Bay Packers, they being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Aaron Rodgers get a chance to host Tom Brady in Lambeau Field. That should be an epic showdown. And man, oh man, you can't help but feel bad for the Cleveland Browns, who came ever so close, played the Kansas City Chiefs much tougher than what others would have anticipated. Could not quite get over the hump, but what a year for the Cleveland Browns. But meanwhile, back to the middle of the Prairie View Grambling showdown tonight on the campus of Prairie View A&M University. The women are struggling for Prairie View. They got to get over that hump, and hopefully tonight is the night. Panthers 0-4 in conference play right now, and no one would have imagined that even in their worst nightmare. But all fairness and credit No complaining coming from Coach Pugh and company. A lot of opt-outs to this point, so they're trying to put together some pieces to get the PV train rolling. As we mentioned, hopefully tonight will be the beginning of a beautiful thing. Meanwhile, on the men's side of things, Panthers going for 29 in a row, 29 consecutive home wins at the Baby Dome. Heard Coach Smith talk about it last night on the show. He the one that brought it up. I was not going to bring it up because of the jinx factor, but he was willing and more than able to break down and accept the challenge of the Panthers trying to reach the 29 games in a row. Man, we still got a lot to break down throughout the course of this week. The Southland making its moves, and they let it be known that they had an interest in the Big Four from the Southwestern Athletic Conference. But so far, from sources that I've been able to get in contact with, it's all for naught. Panthers, Tigers of Grambling and Texas Southern, as well as the Jags, appear to be content in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and for me, that is music to my ears. People are still buzzing about the SWAC Media Days from last week, and we'll be breaking those things down a little bit further along the week as well. I want you guys to enjoy this 3-day weekend, take in some good hoops action between the Tigers of Grambling and the Panthers of Prairie View later on this evening. I am going to exit stage left for right now. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Thanking you guys so much for joining in with us. Don't forget to visit the website at obnradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at The Mike Prince Show, and sign up to our YouTube channel, The Open Mic Broadcast Network. I've got to go. My time is far spent. I will see you on the other side.